Alrighty friends, today we're taking a look at a 2-chamber septic tank that was installed about 15 years ago. We have front chamber looks pretty good. You can see here scum layer is nice and thick. Back chamber also looks pretty good. All of our baffles are in place. One thing to know is we can see that the neighboring property has innovative and advanced treatment for their sewer. So this area is prone to bad soil, and generally that means that they're going to have a hard time with a traditional septic system. So this system that's currently installed is a traditional one, so it's all gravity fed. The water from the house will go to the front chamber, heavy stuff will fall out of suspension, concrete baffle in the middle. The rest will go into the second chamber where it'll clarify a little bit further before it works its way over to the distribution box, which is going to be a little bit further over here. So over by the fence where that white flag is where the distribution box is going to be. But we have this nice little observation port. Right now we're running water through the system to see what it does. So when we started, we could see inside of here that the water level was not touching the top of the pipe. But since we've been introducing water, we can see here that the water level has risen up and is now submerging that pipe portion. So what that's telling us is that the drain field's no longer draining the correct way. The next thing that we'll do is we'll come over to the drain field trench area. These two flags indicate the edges of the trench. We're about halfway through the trench right now. We'll go down, we'll probe right into it. We hit the stone. And you can hear a gurgling sound. So we pull the probe out. We can see that there's a bunch of moisture on that trench. If we come a little bit further away from the trench, closer to the farm field, we'll see there's a lot more moisture in the ground. So much so that you can actually feel it squishing beneath your feet as you walk. So what this tells me is this area does not drain super well. You can see this area right over here is super wet. Now, when we started running water, it wasn't super wet to begin with, but after we've been running the water for a little bit, that pipe fills up. Now we can start to see that we potentially have some surfacing sewage in the yard. So what we're going to recommend is we go down the route of innovative and advanced treatment, because it seems that the gravity fed absorption system is not doing what it's supposed to do. So if you know that you're buying a house in an area with poor soil, or if you don't, look around to the neighboring property. A lot of times the neighbors' houses will tell you a story, and you can use that story to understand what's going on with the house that you're purchasing. In this particular circumstance, all of the neighbors have advanced treatment, so the odds of having to need advanced treatment is pretty high, especially when you see that the house has traditional gravity fed system currently in place. So just remember, always make sure you get your systems inspected, so that way you know what you're working with, and so that way if there's any issues that pop up, you can address them before you have the issue of sewage getting into your basement. If you enjoyed content like this, please make sure you go ahead and hit like and subscribe. I will have out more videos every single day about the lovely world of well and septic.